friends of materialism. It's me, Bo Chevasu. Today we're coming to you today with a fun little toy. It's a money clip, but it's not just a money clip. It is a knife, and not just a knife like you would see down here. Look at the size of this knife right there. This is huge. This, you're gonna go into Gaza Strip and you're gonna take some names with this guy. Now, odds are, if you are a minimalist fellow like moi, yours truly, you probably want something like a money clip. And if you can combine a money clip with a form of a knife, well, life just gets a lot better. Now, what I wanted was, I wanted some way to put a razor blade onto my knife because, you know, when I carry around my everyday carry knife, I don't have time to sharpen it as often as I like. Now, there are some knife aficionados out there that sharpen their knives nearly every single day. Mad respect to you guys, but I just don't have the time. So how cool would that be to actually have the ability to always have a sharp blade, because it is interchangeable and you're able to basically unscrew this guy, not with your fingernail of course, but with a penny or a quarter, and then you're able to actually take this blade out. By the way, in case you're wondering, this blade does come with this knife right here. So if you're looking to get some extra blades, you're certainly welcome to do that. You can get them for about $2 or $3 on Amazon for a pack of 5 of these blades. So the blades are super, super cheap. And they're also extremely fine. So let's say, for example, we have a package here and I do that. As you can see, it cut through that like butter. Very, very, very precise. Now, the precision and the sharpness of the knife, of course, is compromised by the fact that it is in fact a razor blade. We are not going to be chopping wood with this thing. You're not going to be using this as a survivalist type knife. But I would venture to say for about 90% of the stuff that you are doing on a day-to-day basis, by the way, this is how you unlock it. You kind of push it to the side like this, and then you close it like that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Odds are, for the vast majority of the cuts that you're going to be making throughout the day, you can probably get away with this. Now, of course, it does depend on if you're a survivalist type person. I wouldn't take this out into the woods, for example, but if you're an urban type hipster minimalist, I think you would absolutely love that. Look at the precision of that machining. That is quite nice. And the fact that you can add some bills to it is also quite nice. Do keep in mind that it is pretty stiff getting this in there. You're not gonna lose your money. It's gonna stay in there pretty darn good. Or you can rotate it and put it in that direction like so. My buddy does actually travel with this on the airplane. However, with one exception. What he does is he actually takes the blade off like this. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna take, for example, I just broke my little micro SD card. Let's not do that. Let's find something more robust. Hey, let's get a little tactical hair clip and open this up like that. There we go. Boy, that was on there tight. So what he does whenever he travels, he goes like this, and he takes off the razor blade, and he puts the razor blade, there's the screw, he puts the razor blade with his DOP kit. That is his, see, it just slides out straight out like that. And he puts this with his shaving stuff so that this blends in with his shaving gear. I mean, it's just a razor after all, just for shaving his face, right? And then when he gets to the location, then he pops this back in, and he gets the screw and he pops that back in, and he has his blade back and he's ready to go. Now you may be like, well, why don't you just put it in your checked luggage? Well, again, if you're a minimalist type person, which odds are if you have a blade like this, you are a minimalist person, odds are you don't have a checked bag and you're just traveling with your carry-on. So if that's the case, and you don't have a checked bag, well, how are you gonna get your pocket knife with you? And this is, at least according to his opinion, a viable way of doing it. I have not actually tested it. I've actually had some bad run-ins with the TSA. They tend to not like my face. Maybe it's because I look like a terrorist. I don't know, but I'm not gonna risk it. But if you wanna risk it, certainly don't say I didn't warn you, but this is just according to this individual who will remain nameless, and that is how he is able to justify taking this on his carry-on. Of course, he's not putting this together on the plane, or else you're going to look like a threat, and in that case, you should get kicked off the plane. It stays in his kit. The razor stays with his shaving stuff. But isn't it interesting how he does that? And I just put it together, and it's locked in there like so. It's not going anywhere. Extremely sharp, obviously, because it is a razor. What's also rather interesting that I noticed about this is that there's a little guard right there, so you can't actually cut yourself. I of course would not recommend holding onto it like so, but if in the event you're holding onto it like this and you happen to slip up, you're not going to be cutting your finger. This is a great safety thought implemented into the design, putting that little guard right there. So good for you, Gerber, putting that little piece there. Highly appreciated. So go ahead and put it back together. That's it. 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommended. I got this on Amazon for under 10 bucks. And if you love knives, I would highly recommend it. That's it. My name's Bo Chevasu. I look forward to testing, reviewing, demonstrating more fun things here on Amazon.com.